Team Bus by Robert Conover. It's a long way to the bigs, and longer still by Team Bus. Before the Hartsburg Hornets front office purchased it for $350 back in 1949 from the Rolling Green Free Prayer Church, the bus was owned by the Colburn City Home for Wayward Boys. Before that, I don't know, but I always reckoned that stint with the Homeward Boys, the Home for Wayward Boys, must have rubbed off on the bus itself somehow. Because ever since I became driver for the Hornets back in 1949, it sure seemed like I've hauled around a lot of big wayward boys. From yesterday, there were guys like Dutch Berdersky, a 6'7" beanpole of a first baseman. Now, if Berdersky don't sound Dutch to you, you're right, he wasn't. He got the nickname from his favorite expression when we used to stop at those franchised roadside diners. You know the ones. No, not McDonald's. The ones with the EAT sign, EAT. Let's go Dutch on this one, Berdersky would always say, except never once did I see him pick up a tab. Then there was Stage Fright Perkins, one of the best players you'd ever want to see between the first and eighth innings. He could run, hit, and field like an all-star until the ninth, when things got tight. With the score tied or Hartsburg clinging to a one-run lead, we used to pray out loud that nobody would hit a rainmaker to right, because if they did, it was all over. Stage fright would just stand there like a frozen TV dinner. Another character was Al Sleepy Evans, a 5'4" dwarf of a relief pitcher. All he had to do was blink his eyes and he was gone. Once, when they used him as a spot starter in a doubleheader against Groverton, he fell asleep during the Kate Smith record of the national anthem. Standing up, mind you, and snore? It sounded like the bombs bursting in air. Another time I thought a rock put a hole in the muffler. It was Evans sawing logs behind the pages of a 3-month-old Sporting News. Then there is Johnny Clanker Cullen. I say is because Clanker's still with us. Frankly, I don't know where he got the nickname. You'd think it was because he was so old, but the fact is he came to Hartsburg with the name 15 years ago when he didn't have a gray hair on his brush-cut head. Now he doesn't have a gray hair either. Not one. It's all gone snow white. Clanker is what the Hartsburg Herald calls an enigma. Some weeks he looks like Ted Williams, and not just because he resembles him with that long, squared-off face and splendid splinter physique. When he's on a streak, he hits nothing but ropes and the kind of long fly balls that outfielders, they don't even budge on them because they know it doesn't matter when you catch them on the other side of the fence. Other weeks, he taps some of the most anemic-looking dribblers and lame duck pop-ups ever. I'll have to say, though, if ever a player parlayed one very good rookie season and 2.5 very mediocre ones in the major leagues into a long, if not fruitful, career, that was Clanker. Make no mistake, he is the elder statesman of the Hornets in terms of time and service and respect commanded. And as far as the Hornets go, Clanker has it coming. At least he's been there. First with the Phillies, then the Athletics. Most of the other Hornets never got as far as AAA ball, much less the bigs. Clanker's played with the best. And as he puts it, nobody can take that away from me. Plus, he's got 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 Topps bubble gum baseball cards with his mug on them to prove it. And believe me, nobody can take that away from him either, because he carries them around with him everywhere. He even puts them under his pillow at night when he goes to sleep.